welcome to the Daily Stand-Up. Hello, Angela. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I've decided to join you. If you can't beat you, join you.
Oh, my goodness. A pink electric guitar. What are you going to play for us?
I've gone a little bit... I felt Glastonbury this morning. It was all the flowers and the flowers behind me. So I thought, right, okay, let's get in there. Let's take from there. It's not plugged in now, unfortunately, guys.
Yeah, I've got a new rock tune I'm working on, Angela.
Okay, we'll give it a
Whoa, living in a lockdown, halfway there.
See, I think no one's seen it from the coronavirus's point of view, which to me is, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. No stopping it. It's going to get there.
That is fantastic. That will go viral. That would go viral. So that would be fantastic. So we're on another morning stand-up. Today we're talking about struggling. And yesterday I struggled. I'm struggling with the fact that I've still got builders in and my house seems to be getting smaller as they do more. Struggling with the fact that I've got my wife that needs to work. I need to work. We've got kids at home. And so we're talking about how we cope with bad days and how we try and bounce back the next day. So Angela, what's your thoughts on the ups and downs of our current situation?
Well, I've obviously been talking to a lot of people over the last month. I mean, yes, in actual official, we're now into week 4, aren't we? We've just started week 4 of the lockdown. And to me, that's gone really quickly. To me, it feels like only a week or so. So there's always different personalities, we know, isn't there? Right back from Hippocrates, 553 BC, whatever it was, the 4 different personality types that you've got. And therefore, you're going to react to everything in different ways, depending on which personality you are. I've always been an optimist. I've always been, there's a solution. But whatever happens, I'll get through it. So that I've never had anything really faze me in life. Maybe one thing, but probably not for here. But even with that, because there's always a solution, there's a way through it. Well, we're still not there. And looking at some of the university. Harvard did a study yesterday, and they're saying that social distancing could last till 2022, because if they haven't found a vaccine by then it's going to be a good 2 years.
Oh my goodness!
That we could be in this type of situation. So all of a sudden, I think week 4, the reality is really hit that at the moment this is our lives, and some people are thriving. I must admit, I've been loving it. I'm a people person, but I'm getting my fixes through this online and speaking to people and speaking to friends and family online and everything. That's fine by me. I've found that quite easy, whereas other people are going stir crazy, and that might be people with small children in the house. I can totally feel for you. If this was me 15 years ago, totally different story, definitely.
Yeah, and I think that's the challenge, is how I think it's about managing expectation. It's about the stresses in life. So I think it's working hard when you know there's not much prospect of making any sort of sale. That's one of the things I'm finding difficult at the moment. Also, Georgie, who's our marketing team, sadly we had to furlough her. And it's just it's a weird conversation. You want to keep in touch. You want to say, this is what we're doing. But you can't ask her to do any work. And it's just, it's just weird. It's weird for her and it's weird for me.
Yeah, I've been CCing her in things. And then it's like, oh, I'm not getting a reply. I'm like, well, no, she's not even looking at it, is she? So it feels like there's been like a bit of an arm chopped off or something. Where's that gone?
Yeah, and so I guess one of the things that the goal of the stand-ups is to find solutions for some of the problems that we're having. And one of the things that helped me yesterday was one thing that helped me, but two people that helped me. So the first one is just admitting you're struggling and actually talking to some people about struggling. So you were my Corona buddy yesterday, and it was great to sort of share, because I think part of being a leader is that you feel guilty when you feel down, and you've got people in your team that you're trying to be positive for. So what's your view on sharing with your team, whether you're struggling or finding the situation challenging?
Yeah, in normal circumstances, it's always a fine line, because you do want that authentic leadership. You don't want to try and struggle through things, and they'll know something's off. Your body language gives it away anyway. With that, it's about how much you share and in what way you share it. But I think in this scenario, we are all in it together. Everyone's going to have very similar worries and concerns, and therefore it's now become a team effort. And yes, you want your leader to have direction. You want them to have goals. And I know that was your stand up yesterday around, well, what can I control? What can I influence? Right, let's work on that, the things that I can do, and accept the rest of it and just leave it. So setting goals, setting targets, things that are realistic, things that are fun, to actually move forward. That's going to be our webinar on Friday afternoon. The start the weekend with Elath Scripts and Clark.
Fritz and Clark, you were the Queen and Prince Philip last week.
We were, yeah. It was great. Again, bit of fun, taking the mickey out of the situation, having a laugh at it. It's how human nature, how we get through things, even in really bad times. Finding the funny, as they say, is really important. So although it's not work related, there are lovely little snippets that you take away from those ones. But it's us having a laugh, looking at the week, and moving forward. And I think that's really important, that leaders, yes, find things to have fun with. And actually,
you posted COVID bingo yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. So you've got COVID bingo, because the terminology is all things furloughed. Whoever used the word furlough before, and pivot and these things. So there's on my LinkedIn posts, there's a COVID bingo for you that you can pick off. Yes, you could do it in a meeting if you wanted to, but I'm thinking more along the lines, those coffee catch-ups when people are chatting, we're having lunch clubs and people are getting together. I think that would be a great one, where it's you're listening to what they're saying, but you're going, oh, yeah, next one. Oh, I've got a line.
Yeah, there are some funny ones in there. I guess the challenge is how many can you fit into one conversation, isn't it?
Actually, looking at them, if you were online for probably 20 minutes, half an hour, I reckon they'd all come up. Depending on how many people are there, but it might be something you use through the week. And one thing that caught my eye yesterday was a company are offering for, I think it starts at $25 up to $100, where you can book a llama for your Zoom meeting. So whether I've got some pictures, we'll put it on with this, but whether it's for like a board meeting or your normal Zoom meeting, they actually put a llama on there. It's on a farm, and the llama will be in your meeting, and just watching this thing, and everyone's obviously. So, hey, people are creating money wherever they can. So
maybe we need to get the llama on a daily stand-up.
We'll give it a go. See what they do exactly.
I'll be like the llama and go, "How you doing?"
Thank you. Yeah, someone could be talking for the llama, couldn't they? But that type of leadership where it's okay, yes, let's see what we can do. Let's focus on the areas that we're going to do. Let's set some goals. Let's work together on it. I don't think anyone's going to be too harsh if you're not hitting your targets at the moment. It's all about supporting you so that it works for you. And there are a lot of people that are loving working from home. And of course, companies now being forced into it. It's now going to be a whole new way of people working.
I guess it's about your situation. If you don't have kids rocking about, or you've got teenagers, I think you can see how actually you get yourself a space, you crack on, and you can start working. It's when you got two little fireworks that need managing for good and bad. So one of the phrases that I was also reminded on us yesterday, Angela, was always trying to, it's a phrase that was taught to me from a leadership perspective, which is always puking upwards. So and what that means is if you're having a bad day or you're struggling, Don't go and give your subordinates a hard time. Don't moan to your colleagues. Try and find someone sort of higher up to moan to, because it's their job to sort of manage it. And I guess it's finding that peer that you can sort of say, you know what, this is rubbish. Oh. And like watching the 5 p.m. briefing yesterday, Rishi Sunak he just told us what we already knew, which is it's going to be challenging with a bounce back. So what are some of the other strategies teams can use and individuals can use? So I found a COVID buddy yesterday. My wife was always also fantastic, and actually she didn't tell me anything different from you, which was she was like, so she just said the same as me, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I'm not talking rubbish then. So
exactly.
So that's one thing. Any other strategies that you think people can do, or how they might be able to find a buddy?
So, well, I think any networking situations like this, remember the gym has masses of people in it. So if you are struggling, have a look through the list of the members. There might be someone on there that you suddenly go, oh my God, I remember them from years ago. I used to work with them. So I find that really nice, where you can connect with someone. You're in a similar situation. Maybe you've joined up here together, and you've got an opportunity for someone that doesn't know maybe all the baggage, but actually just remembers you. So that can be a nice thing when you come across that. I've had that with a school friend recently, not seen her for sort of 35 years. And now we're having weekly updates. And therefore we can chat online, and we can just say whatever we want, and we both know, but we've not spoken to each other for 35 years.
Yeah. So and I know Team, if you're a member of Team, they're doing regular meetups just to sort of shoot the breeze with Zoom chats with their groups. Obviously, you got the Recruitment Network, Members Only, APSCO, REC. It's about finding that community where it's got to be positive, but it's also got to be realistic at the same time.
Yeah. So also go on to Eventbrite and look for events near you. Obviously, they're not going to be physical events at the moment, but there's a lot of online networking events.
Okay.
And it could be someone that's local to you. And that way, all of a sudden, it feels closer, even if you're online still. And you'll be able to talk about what's happening in your area. And so therefore, a different perspective is always a good thing. If you're struggling, then talk to someone that's got a different viewpoint from you, and then take a step back and look at it and go, okay. Now, one thing that I've noticed, people that I know that do suffer with stress and get caught up, and life is just a little bit too much, they're enjoying this. They're actually saying, because I can't go anywhere, because I'm not rushing all over the place, because I'm not having to live up to expectations when I'm meeting people and everything, their stress levels have dropped way off. So it's been the opposite for them. So again, that personality type, depending on who you are, you've got to find what's good for you. Now, from your point of view, you're such a driver, and you're such a moving forward, next thing, let's go, innovative. It's clipped your wings a little bit, hasn't it? It's probably the best way to say it. And therefore, all these great ideas, you can't run with them at the moment. You've got to stick with the things. So this that you did, it probably was 4 weeks ago now, the first one of these. Right, let's do this free. It's session 20. So that's 4 weeks worth, isn't it? So doing that all of a sudden has given you an anchor for your 9 o'clock each day. And then
I'm really enjoying it. We've got Greg Savage coming on next Wednesday.
Fantastic. Okay, so big names.
Yeah, which is good. And I'm trying to get a few other guests. I think we'll get a llama on. I'm excited by that. I'm not sure whether they charge more. Do you think the llama's an early riser? Do you think I'd have to pay extra for it to be 9 o'clock?
That's true, because it was in America. Not surprisingly, and therefore, yes, it might have to be at one of the later ones. So, what's Russell saying?
I need to find someone that can get a horse on.
I know loads of people with horses. Actually, we could probably.
I'm looking at someone that's on here that's got a horse. That would be fantastic. I'd have to say, why the? Thanks for coming on the show. Just out of interest, why the long face? Not that I mean. Right. Well, Angela, you've cheered me up. We got someone else with 2 horses.
That's That's
So
Russell.
which is fantastic. We might have. We've got Tracy with 8. Oh
Tracy's
my
got
goodness! I don't
8
know what a group of
horses.
horses is. A flock of horses.
Well, she's busy then.
Yeah. So no, 8 horses. She doesn't need to do anything to do with recruitment. So right. So great. Well, let's have a fantastic day. Thanks for cheering me up, Angela. It's been great. For everybody else out there, if you're struggling, find someone to chat to, because you will have good days and bad days. In normal life, we're good for a while, then we have a couple of bad days, and then we build back up again. This is a big dipper, and we're up and down every day. So thanks, Angela, and we'll.
My pleasure. Happy to speak to anyone if you do need any COVID buddy.
Great. Well, Angela's a COVID buddy. Obviously, Angela's in the recruiting gym as well. You can sign up for free. Please feel free to share the recruiting gym with everybody. We are looking to just grow a massive community of people that can support each other through these times. So see you soon. Take care now.